Hey folks, Dave back here, Studio B, and I'm going to be testing out my new holders here that I picked up. I just did a video for them. By the way, the first 2 minutes of audio are missing. I had something muted or something wrong. Amateur move, but I'm still getting used to this new program here. So I was ill prepared as I still get used to this program. But anyway, we're going to try to play some payoff pitch today. And why I want to do this and why I want you guys here helping me is because they are having a sale. And I'm like, let me see if I want to get any more seasons of this. There's a couple of seasons I'm thinking about getting. And so, but I want to see if I enjoy the game because I've had a little bit of love-hate relationship with this game. I've enjoyed it. And then there's been times I've been frustrated with it. And I said I need to kind of sort this out one way or another. So that's what I'm going to try to do today. Because I want to play it, see if I like it, and if I like it, then I'll get a couple more seasons. So, and I know that I was confused a couple of times because of they updated the game, and I think I did a video on that talking about how I didn't know it was updated. But anyway, I am excited about my new setup here. I just need to get a better camera, or one that doesn't time out. But let's go overhead here. What do you think of this, huh? So I got my new holders here I'm using. Now these, I've turned on the side, and so you can see the cards here for the pitchers. So I thought that was kind of neat. And so that's what I got here. And now I just got to remember how to do everything. It's been a while since I've done the payoff pitch, so Ron McGrath is here, so hopefully you can help me out as I play this. But we're going to have Detroit at Chicago in 1977, and this was July 27th. Of 77. These are the lineups that I have here. I have my fast action cards ready to go off to the side, and I'm going to try to use that for my running. And yeah, so let's see if we can make this happen, shall we? Now hopefully I have audio here this time. Hopefully my audio is good, broadcast. Yeah, last time it selected it, it automatically chose a different microphone, and it wasn't working, so. It looks tremendous. Thank you so much. Yeah, no, I'm not using a webcam. I'm actually using a camcorder. And it's kind of, I got wires everywhere, but it works. It works. And I think we can see everything here. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at my monitor as well. Looks pretty good. All right, so let's kick things off with Ron the floor in center field. Again, this is just a one-off. It gets me to play some payoff pitch. And let's go here. Let's see if I can remember how to play this. So Wilbur Wood is on the mound for the home team. And Fernando Arroyo will be Detroit's pitcher. If I was smart, and I'm not a smart guy, I would have gone with Fidrich in 77, but I'm not a smart guy. So I pulled two teams out and went to Digi Dugout, and I said, okay, what do we got that I can print out for a roster? Here we go. All right, let's see if I remember how to play this. So I have a 7, right? So that's going to be in play 7. Oh, that should be pretty good. And Wilbur Wood is a lefty. Right, so against a lefty, is that a triple? Is a 7 in play? 7 in play with a 7, and that's a triple. Holy cow! Ron the floor with an opening triple here. Fugu-tastic. So Ron the floor with a triple, and he's on third base. Now, the only thing else I got to do is I got to figure out how to set up the Al Wilson scoreboard here. I didn't do that one today because I'm just practicing with the game right now. But at some point, I will get the Al Wilson scoreboard here, and we'll have it all done up really nice, I hope, at some point. So we got Tito Fuentes coming up with the man on third. So now this is where it gets kind of hairy, right? When we start talking about fly balls and advancing runners and the whole bit. So that's what I'm going to have to go to my little bag of tricks over here and try to pull this off. Okay. So, well, let's roll. Tito Fuentes coming up after the leadoff triple, I should say, by Ron the floor. And I got my my Digi Dugout score. I love these things here. Digi Dugout, it prints out the roster all set to go. Oh, man, that is so good. Oh, man. Tito Fuentes. So we have a 10. So it's going to be defense, right? So on defense, we flip a card, right? And it's going to be second base error. So it's hit down to second base, which is Jorge Orta. So I need to find Orta, right? And look for his error rating, which I think is a 2, right? E2. So now we go to the card over here, right? I think that's how it goes. No, DG Dugout is free. Absolutely free. So let me do this again. So I get a defense. Jorge Orta was a 2. And we're checking second base error. And I got a 15. So a 215 is an error. So he makes the error. And the error is one base. All right, so I think I did that correctly, right? All you payoff pitch guys, help me out. It's been a while. It's been a while. Need to get out of the shadow of the light over there. See if I can move this over just a little bit. Gotta remember to do this. I gotta keep hitting the button because it resets. All right, so that's gonna be E4, and the run comes home. If I'm doing this correctly. My pen's not working. All righty, so it's 1-0 as Fuentes hits it down to second base. And, yeah, that's what we got going on here. So Wilbur Wood not off to a good start, right? We have a triple and then an error at second base and allows the run to score. So now we have Rusty Staub. I always like Rusty Staub. Come on, Rusty Staub. You got to like Rusty Staub. And we have a 6, which is tough, and a 29. And that's a single. Oh, no. No, wait. Well, he's a lefty. Right? Oh, hopefully I didn't. No, I didn't mess up the last one. So that's a strikeout. I'm sorry. So Rusty's a strikeout. If he was righty, it would have been different. So, and that's the one thing I got to remember about lefty-righties here. So that's going to be a strikeout. So Rusty Staub strikes out, right, on the K. So it is 1 away. 1 away, and we have Tito Fuentes on first base. So now we have Steve Kemp, who is the left fielder. And we're going to get an 8, which is in play 56. Okay, now that's going to be out of range. So it's going to be a G5. Now on a G5, so let's hit down to third base. We need to check for the double play. On a double play, when I got to roll these. If it's equal to or less than the lower DP rating, it's a double play. So we got a 6 and an 8. So 6 and an 8. So we roll this. If it's equal to or less than the lowest one, which is 6. And it's not. Otherwise noted below. The run on first base is forced out. Okay, so unless otherwise noted below. Oh, boy. So I don't think it's a double play. If the D6 is higher, the runner is forced and the batter on first is safe. Okay, so that's what happens. So it's going to be a fielder's choice, basically. So Fuentes is out at second, and Kemp is on first with a fielder's choice. All right. I thought that's how it was. All right, so now we have 2 outs, and Jason Thompson coming up with now Kemp at first base with 2 away. One already in here, so it's 1-0. So Jason Thompson, a 5, is a patient 67. That's going to be an out of some kind. That's going to be a G6. So hit down to the shortstop. And our shortstop today is Alan Bannister, and that's that. So they get some hits here, and they get a run. So they get 1 run. So that's kind of how the first went. We got the triple. It's messy, and then we have the error, and he got on base and strike out. Fielder's choice, and this guy was out, and then the ground out. So that's 3 outs, right? E4, that was. E4. Okay, so that's that. All right, so we're back to the payoff pitch, I guess. So and I'm going to slide these over here. See how they go in there? Really nice. Ah, so nice. All righty, so We're going to go to the bottom of the first. 1-0 for the Tigers. A nice triple there by Ron LaFleur to kick things off. All right, so we have Ralph Garr, the left fielder, going up against Fernando Arroyo. And now let's see here. We got a 9. It's going to be an in-play 18 against a righty. In-play 18, if I'm correct, that's going to be a single, right? Because he likes to mingle, right? Single. All right, Ralph Garr with a single. And so now that brings up Alan Bannister. Now his bunt is F. And so on the fast action cards, there is a bunt that I'm going to use. But, yeah, if he's an F bunter, it's probably not a good idea because that's the worst bunter in the world. So that's like bunting, like me and Jacket bunting. Okay. So we have Alan Bannister. He's going to swing away. Oh. I want to, you know what I want to check out? I want to check out the automatic steal. Okay. So there's an automatic steal system, and I think the automatic steal system says I roll 2 dice, right, compared to the batter's jump rating, which is a 4. If it's equal to or less, he will attempt to steal the next base. And then I have the pitcher's hold rating. Roll the dice. If it's equal to or less than, he gets the jump and tries to steal. If it's higher than that, he doesn't, and if it's higher than that. So I think it's higher and higher. So if it's higher than, so he's got a 4. So let's just see. Oh my gosh, it's a 3. He's going to try to steal. Right? How about that? So I think that, Alan's here. Earlier this year, I replayed the entire Red Sox and Mets season in 77 payoff pitch. Both the Tigers and White Sox relief pitchers carry their own lighter fluid to the mound when used. Nice. So let me know if I'm doing this correct, Alan, because I haven't played payoff pitch in quite some time. So what I got here is I'm doing the automatic steal, so it looks like it's a 4. So I'm just for fun, it looks like he's going to try to steal with this 3. Now I checked the hold rating, which is a 7. So if it's less than 7, he tries to steal. And it's a 6. So if I go by the automatic system, Ralph Garr is going to try to steal. So, but now we need to check the catchers, right? And the catcher over here is Walkenfuss, who is, his arm is a 2. So I need to put his arm in there. And then for these guys, their catcher is Brian Downing. His arm is a 4. And I don't know which one is better. I don't really remember. Okay, so I need to put this here. All right, so if I'm not mistaken here, what's happening is that Ralph Garr gets the jump, he beats the hold, and he's going to try to steal. And his stealing is a C. It's not that good, and it's a C2. So I'm going to flip the card, and C2 is fair, right? Again, I'm just going back here and trying to play it kind of solo play. So fair. So we flip the card, and fair is out. So he is out stealing. Alrighty, so he is out stealing. Okay, so Ralph Garr. So I think that's how that works, is that I just got a couple of low rolls, I guess, is what it was. So Ralph Garr tries to steal, and he's out. If I did it correctly, and I hope I did. So now, with 1 away, Bannister comes up, so that single is gone. And again, I'm just practicing here. So we have a 5, which is in play against the righty 66. And so that's going to be a G4, right? If I'm looking at that correctly, G4. So Bannister is out. There's 2 away. And now it's going to be, I call him Jorge Orta, but I guess it's George Orta. No disrespect. I just always called him that. So let's go here. And, I can probably move my digital to dice down over here so you can see the cards up there you can see that guy just a little bit, just to see who's coming up. Again, these are my new things. If you saw me do the video earlier, these are my new holders. And these I flipped on the side, and they actually, they kind of work pretty good on the side too. So I can kind of have them face me right here, and you guys can see them too. I suppose if I wanted to, I could put these down like that, and you could really see what's going on. Oh, how about that? So we could try that, I guess, so you can see who's coming up. Oh, interesting. All righty, so we're back here at Comiskey Park. We have 2 away for Jorge Ora against Fernando Arroyo. And we got a ballpark check, 28. So ballpark against a left-handed batter, it's going to be wheelhouse, right? A left-handed batter, so he's a left-handed batter. So it's wheelhouse. So now we need to roll here for wheelhouse. Okay. So Jorge Ora. Oh! And we'll see you later with the 0-4, right? So Jorge Ora goes deep here at Comiskey Park, and we are tied at 1-1 here with a home run. Okay, I think I'm getting the hang of this again. It's been a while. Been a while, but I think we got the hang of it. So there is that. Okay, so now we got Richie Zisk coming up to the plate. And we're going to get an in-play 33 against the righty. And, just missed it. So that's going to be a pop-out to second base. But it's 1-1 after 1, right? As we get the solo shot from Jorge Ora. And we are tied at 1-1 after 1. All right, good times here. Good times. So Richie Zisk is out, so we're going to have Oscar Gamble coming up. And so now it's going to be back over here for the Detroits. Mickey Stanley, who's the right fielder, as Cutter Historical comes by. And it's a 77. Technically, I would have done White Sox Blue Jays for the first game, but I grabbed the first 2 teams I saw that were in the American League in my folder, and that's what we got. So Wilbur Wood to Mickey Stanley. Wilbur Wood is a lefty, so we have a 9. It's a patient 12, and that's going to be a walk, right? That's going to be a base on ball. So he gets the Pantera walk. So now, does he steal? No, he's a D. So Mickey Stanley being a D with no jump, we're not even going to try to steal him. Okay? And I'm going to try that automatic steal. Maybe late in the game I'll go with something, more manual, but we'll try that. All right, so John Walkenfuss. Now, his bunting is a D. So, again, if you look at the fast action cards, these are the ones that have expired, by the way. So I'll leave them out so we can kind of look at the cards here. So I don't know if we can see that at all over here, but bunting D is not very good. So we're not going to have him bunt. This would not be the card I would read off of anyway, but just to give me an idea what we're looking at. All right, so Walkenfuss is going to swing away. So we got, again, the leadoff runner is on for the Tigers. And we have a ballpark check. A right-handed pitcher, 31, is going to be wheelhouse, right? Forest Ballpark, 31 is wheelhouse. Actually, it's wheelhouse no matter what he hits. So it's going to get a wheelhouse check. So Walkenfuss might be getting a hold of this. Oh, against a lefty, too. Oh, look at that. 1-83 is a hit and only 1-35 against the righty. So this is where the splits come in, I imagine, right? So here we go. Walkenfuss with a 77. Oh, and gone. Walkenfuss with a home run on a 1-77, and he gets the 77. It just gets over the fence. And it's now 3-1 as Stanley comes in. And Walkenfuss comes in on the home run. And it's 3-1 for the Tigers, and Wilbur Wood is a little shooken up. He's a little shooken up. Oh, I still don't know what I'm going to do about pitcher fatigue yet. I'll cross that bridge when I get there. Most likely when I do this, I just kind of go by gut feeling. The only time I leave somebody in there longer than I want to is when I'm trying to get somebody like a complete game or something like that. All righty, so now we have Aurelio Rodriguez, the third baseman. And from Wilbur Wood, that's going to be a tough 31, so that will be a strikeout over here, right? Tough 31 is a strikeout out. So there's one out. And it's going to be Tom Verizza. What can Verizza do for you? And Randy says, good to see Payoff Pitch on the table. I hope it is. I'm trying to play it correctly. It's been a while. This is more of a practice game than anything else, but I got to use my new holders here, which I have them on the side here, but it looks kind of nice from what I'm doing here. But I have my new holders, and I pulled out the 77 season for practice because I want to get a couple of, at least one season over Black Friday, but I'm not sure which one I want to get, and I want to make sure that I still enjoy the game because last time I wrestled with this a little too much. I overthunk it. But so far, I'm enjoying this one here. So Oscar, Verizza with nobody on and one out. An 8 is in play, and a 61 against the lefty is going to come all the way over here, and it's going to be ground ball down to second base. And that's going to be, this time Jorge Orta does not make an error. He has an error in the first inning that cost him a run. And so that's going to be 2 away. So 2 outs, and it's going to be Ron LaFleur, who tripled and scored in the first inning. A 4 as another ballpark check against the right-handed batter, a 94. That's going to be in play. So it's going to be in play. So Ron LaFleur is in play with a 75. And that's going to be grounded down to second. So another ground ball down to second, and that'll do that. So they get 2 runs here on the home run by John Walkenfuss. When you roll low in this game, good things happen for the offense. So let's go now to the bottom of the second here in Chicago. And we got Oscar Gamble coming up. And his first at bat. We're in the second inning. And we have a 9. So that's going to be in play, 78. And, no matter what we do over here, that's going to be a fly ball into center field. That's our first hit into the outfield, I think, aside from that triple. And so Ron LaFleur will make the catch one away. And Alan says, starters can get fatigue beginning the inning shown on their card. So fatigue is 7 and fatigue is 8. Oh, I see. Okay. If they've given up 3 or more runs, you have to start using pitcher fatigue adjustments. Okay. And I think I have those over here somewhere. Now, did I roll the dice or not? In play 78. Yeah, okay. So that's not my dice roll. All right, so Jim Spencer. Spencer coming up. Let's see what Spence can do. Let's see what Spence can do for you. 3. Oh, that's a wheelhouse 38 against the righty. And, that's going to be a single from Spencer, right? Wheelhouse 38. And that's going to be a single for Spencer. So Spencer is on with a single. Now his stealing is F. So I'm going to say no. I'm going to bypass the auto steal on that because that is just terrible. Chet Lemon, everyone's favorite Lemon, Chet Lemon coming up to the plate. And let's see what we're going to do here with Chet Lemon. So Arroyo and Lemon. We have an 11, so it's going to be a defensive check. So let's flip the card. So is it an error on the shortstop? So we got to look at our shortstop, which is Verizza. And I didn't put down any of the things over here. So Verizza shortstop is looks like he's a 4 on the E. So Verizza is a 4. So we have defense, hit down the short, error. So we have a 4 error. 4 error with a 49. And so that's going to be an out if I did this correctly. So 49 is an out. Let's see what the out's going to be. So ground ball plus advance. Ground ball plus advance. So let me look at some of these other cards. Okay, so there's a DP. Ground ball plus advance. Okay, stumps. I'm kind of stumped here. Ground ball plus advance. Do I have anything over here that says this over here? Is there a chart on the thing here that says ground ball plus advance? Okay, here it is right here. Ground ball plus advance. Batter out at first, runners advance one base. Okay. Alrighty, so that was hit down to shortstop, and the only play is the first. All right, so Spencer goes down to second, and the G6 for Lemon. Okay. Okay. You handled the error check correctly. That ground ball plus advance means that runners advance one base. Okay, yeah, I just found that in the over here. I kind of dug that out, and well, here it was here. So there was, I found that chart here, ground ball plus advance, and then I went over here, and so I got the glossary. So, yeah. So all right. So far, I think that's going pretty well. So now we have, so Chet Lemon. Now he's a 4, so we can check for a steal, right? Why not? We're kind of doing some automatic stuff here. So let's see. No, so he's not going to steal. So Chet Lemon. Oh, wait, he's out anyway. So it's Spencer at second. We're not going to steal Spencer. So Chet Lemon's out. So that was just not right. So I'm not right. All right, so we have Eric Soderholm, the third baseman, coming up against Fernando Arroyo here with 2 outs and a man on second base. And we're going to have another wheelhouse, and it's going to be a 6. So no matter... Oh, no. Oh, no. Wheelhouse, righty, gone, right? Oh, and that's a home run. So Soderholm with a dinger, and that's a 2-run dinger, and holy cow, we're tied at 3. Right? Yeah. So each team with a run in the first, and each team with a 2-run home run in the second, and Soderholm, who, does it have his stats on here? Versus lefty? No, it doesn't have his stats. Sometimes they put stats on here. Versus lefty, versus righty. So he's facing a righty, and he only hit 266. But, yep, there it is. That is that. So, we're tied at 3-3. Now, we won't be doing extra innings today because I do have to eat dinner and get to work before a certain time. Randy says the Sox could slug that year, but the defense was optional. Brian Downing, the catcher. Here he is. So we have a 5. That's going to be an in-play 5. And that will be a single for Brian Downing. So he singles because he likes to mingle. So, yeah, so Downing's on. His steal is an F, so we're not going to steal. So it's going to go to the top of the order, Ralph Garr, who's 1 for 1 today with a single. Let's see what Ralph Garr is going to do. So we have a 12. We have a ballpark 85. So no matter how we do it, it's going to be in play, right? Because it's over that. So it's going to be an in play no matter what it is. So in play for Ralph Garr against a righty. And an 83 is going to be ground ball, second base, and that'll be our third out of the inning. However, they will pick up 2 runs on the home run here by Soderholm. So Walkenfuss and Soderholm both homering here in our little exhibition game. Alrighty. So let's get our Tigers back out here at Comiskey Park. Hope you're enjoying this exhibition game here on the channel as I get Payoff Pitch back here trying to sort through some of this. And so far it's been enjoyable. Sometimes you revisit a game and you like it. Alrighty. So Tito Fuentes. And he hit that ball down the second base that Jorge Order juggled and allowed to run the score. So we have 1 error in this game. We have an 8. That's an in-play 57 against a lefty. So that's going to come over here, and that'll be a G5, right? So he's going to hit this down to third base. And our third baseman today is Eric Soderholm, who hit the home run. He'll handle that for Chicago. Rusty Staub grounded out. Rusty Staub That's a ballpark check, 39. And no matter how we slice it, that's going to be a wheelhouse, right? They're pretty close, actually, right? So when you get the ballpark between the in-play and the wheelhouse, it's only 4 different. So anything over a 50 or anything under a 50 is going to be wheelhouse. So Rusty Staub, wheelhouse. Did he get a hold of this one or not? Rusty Staub, over 42 against a lefty. He's going to get a single because he likes to mingle. All right, Rusty Staub is on with a single. Now, his steal is a 2D, so he's not going to steal. And with the one out, we're not going to really bunt either. And his bunting is an F anyway. So Steve Kemp, who hit into a fielder's choice. Not taster's choice. It's not a coffee. It's a fielder's choice. Big difference. We have an in-play 71. So that's going to be a G6. Okay, so it's hit down the shortstop. Let's check for the double play. And the double play, so a G6. Double play 6, double play 8. So double play, hang on a sec. So if it's equal to or less than the lowest, so it's a 6 or less. Yes, it's 6 or less. It's a double play. Otherwise, it's forced out. And 11 or 12 is when it's first base only. Okay, so it's like Strat. You either get the double play, the lead runner, or the only play to first. Okay, I kind of get it now. So he's going to be it's a double play, right? I think we said it was a double play because I rolled a 3. So it's going to be a double play, and that ends the inning. So this is our first inning with absolutely no runs, and that's where we stand right now, 3 to absolutely 3. I do remember the double play. I worked really hard with the double play when I first started playing this game because I was like, okay, I need to get that double play thing down. So it was equal to or less than the lowest double play. Otherwise, force at second, 11 and 12, play at first. So I think I got it. I think I got it now. All right, Alan Bannister, 9. Patient, 17. No. Royals on the mound. In play, 17. And that looks like it's going to be a single, right? In play, righty. No. In play, righty. I'm probably screwing. I should have always got the cards without the lefty-righty split. I want to use lefty-righty splits, but it screws me up. Because now I have one of each today. So I got a righty. In play, 17. We're going to go single. Because Alan Bannister likes to mingle. Now, his steal's a 3C, so probably not. But Jorge orders a bunt B, so we could go with the bunt. Let's try to get the bunt over. So Jorge Order is going to try to bunt, and his bunt is a B, and the bunt is a miss. So on a bunt miss, on a bunt miss, where's my bunt miss? Is that just a swing and a miss? On a bunt miss? Alternate base run. Oh, sacrifice bunt. Miss. Batter misses pitch. On the second miss, batter strikes it. Okay, so he just misses. All right. We're going to try it again. And on a B bunter, he is going to get the sacrifice. And now we want to see where it went. There were okay. Oh, first base. Oh, perfect. Yeah, I remember that. Oh, I got my thing over here. I got my logo in the way. Let me see if I can just kind of pop my logo out of here. So yeah, so it does say down here first base if you can read that. So yeah, kind of cool. So it's going to be a sacrifice. And Bannister goes down a second. So Order does his JOB. And Richie Zisk will come up. The Zisker. He popped out. Richie Zisk. And we're going to do 7. Oh, that's a tough 80 against a righty. Oh, he still almost fought it off. Right? But a 7 is a tough 80. So it's going to be a fly ball center. Now, what I do on toughs is I don't have anybody go anywhere on a tough. So, yeah, so it's just going to be a fly ball to center. So nobody goes anywhere on a tough. It's kind of how I do it. Yeah, on a tough, you could try to tag and reduce the runner's rating by 2. Now, if you're trying to run, it's I forget what that was, but it was something where you look at the running speed. So I look at the guy's speed of a 7 and then roll against that or something like that. I don't know. I found it really difficult to run in this game. Season ticket's easy to run, but I found that this game was difficult to run. Triple G comes by. Thanks for coming by. I'm trying some Payoff Pitch again. It's been a while since I played it, but I do have my Sox hat on. Trying to root on the White Sox here. So we have Bannister at second with 2 outs in a tie game. It is 3-3 right now in the third. And again, this is a practice game. I'll be able to set this up better with, I'll probably use Al Wilson's board here at some point. So we have an 8, which is in play 90. So that's going to be way out of the chart here. So that's going to be a G4, and with 2 outs, that just ends the inning. So no runs, 1 hit. And so we got a good one brewing here at the Comiskey Park here. So that's that inning. A single, sacrifice, fly out, and a ground out, and it is 3-3. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, to have the opposing pitcher sitting on the same side as the batter. Yeah, no, I get that. I've been trying to put these guys in the middle here, so I kind of, or like on this side here. But yeah, we'll get it. I'll get it. Sometimes I'll come up with a system somehow, some way. Jason Thompson grounded out back in the first inning, and we're gonna get a 10. That's gonna be a defense check. So I need to do this. A defense check is hit down the third base, error check. So the third base is Soderholm, and his error is a 4, right? Soderholm, error 4. So it's error check, third base, 4. Error 4, and it's a 60, and so that's going to be an error, correct? So Jason Thompson leads off with a hit down the third that Soderholm's going to boot, and it's going to be a 1-base error if I did all that correctly. So we got an E5, and Thompson is on. Mickey Stanley, his bunting is a B. I like to bunt early in the game. So Mickey Stanley's going to bunt with a B, and he popped it up, right? Popped it up to third base, right? Let me double check here. Where is my bunting? But I'm pretty sure that's a pop-up. Yeah, batter pops it up, and that is that. Okay, so he pops it up to third base. So the bad bunt, Mickey Stanley, with a bad bunt. And so he's going to pop that up to third base. So 1 away, and now John Walkenfuss, and all he's done is home run today, a 2-run homer, And Gerald comes by. Gerald, I'm trying to play some Payoff Pitch here. It's been a while, and I'm trying to see if I really like it, and I think I do. I remember liking it, and then I remember having a hard time with it, and then I remember liking it again. And but I just need a system, and I think I got the system down. So I have a 3. Right, so now it's the top of the fourth. So we got a 3. It's going to be in play 2 against the lefty, and that's going to be a double. So now on in play, what I do, wheelhouse is an extra base, tough is no base. Right, that's kind of how I run it. Wheelhouse is always an extra base. Tough is just what it says. But on patient and in play, I use the fast action card. So I need to do that. And I was watching Baseball Maelstrom do his video on the game, and he mentioned me how I was struggling with the running. He just said he flips the fast action card, and that's it. And it doesn't matter if it's a slow runner or a fast runner, they get there or they don't, and just build your story around it. Okay, so that's going to be what did we say it was? An in-play 2. So it's going to be a double. So Walkenfuss, he's going to double. And now, because it's in play, we're going to see if the double scores the run. Deep drive off the left field wall. Runners will advance 2 bases. So, yeah, so Thompson will stop at third. So we have second and third with 1 away. So he does not score. Okay. So now we have Aurelio Rodriguez coming up to the plate. Third baseman. He struck out last time. Let's see what he does here. Let's see what he does here. And we're going to get, what are we going to get? Oh, that's a tough 13. I think that's going to, no matter what size it is, that's going to be a strikeout. So he strikes out again as Wilbur Wood locking it down with a strikeout. So second and third, 2 away for the bottom of the order, Verizon, who grounded out. And, you ordered the new Negro League set. Yeah, people are jumping all over that. That's kind of neat. I'm looking to replace my 79 set, and I'm looking to either pick up 73 or 83, I think. I'm not sure which one I want to get, because I have 79, but it's the PDF that I printed, and I like these better. I like how they're laid out. The PDFs were laid out a little bit differently, I think. All righty, Verizon, we got a 7. That's going to be in play 37. And against the lefty, it's going to be grounded down to first base. So Verizon grinds out with second and third. So they leave some people stranded. Help them stranded. So absolutely nothing. So here we are. 3-3, right? If I'm looking here, 3-3. Yeah, we got the home runs, but Order homered and Soderholm homered and Walkenfuss homered. We got a lot of home runs in this game. We usually don't get that many. So here we are at Comiskey Park. I do like these cards here. I do like the cards. I really do. And so now we got Spencer coming up. He's singled. So we have a 7. Oh, that's going to be a tough 67. And no matter how we slice that, it's coming over here to a ground ball down the short. 1 away. Again, this game could be as complicated as you really want it to be, but I'm kind of enjoying playing it somewhat simple. And I think I'm liking this new camera setup. I need to find a different camera that doesn't time out on me, but I think it's pretty darn clear. I think you can see everything. I like that. It's tough doing cards and dice, as you guys know. So we have an 11, right? An 11 defense check. So let's go to the defense check, and this is going to be. I'm not going to do a rare play. I'm going to do hit down the third. So a third base. So down at third base, it's going to be Aurelio Rodriguez. So Rodriguez, his third base error is a 4, right? Right there, it's a 4. So we got an error 4 down the third base. So we have no one on. Hit down the third base. We have a 4 with a 39, and he's going to get the out. And I think we can see what kind of out it is. Right here, a ground ball. Right, so it's a ground ball. So G5, I think it was third base, I said. So 2 outs. So sometimes it takes a little bit longer to find stuff, but I think I got the flow here going. I think. And you can use the cards here to get your numbers. I like using dice. That's just me. I like using dice. So we have a 5. That's going to be an in-play 36 against a righty. In-play 36, and that's going to be popped up to the third baseman. So it's going to be a couple of hits over to our buddy over here, Rodriguez, and that'll do it here. So as we go to the top of the 5th, it's still 3-3. There's a 1-2-3 inning. Yep. And so now we're going to get Ron LaFleur leading things off. This is his third at-bat, by the way, for LaFleur. He tripled and scored the game's first run, then he grounded out. So that's where we stand right now. So Ron LaFleur coming up here against Wilbur Wood, and we're in the fifth, so neither pitcher's really in trouble in a 3-3 game. So we have an 11, tough, 23. No matter what side it is, he's going to strike out. So it's going to be strike him out. So Tito Fuentes, who drove home LaFleur back in the first inning. 7 is an in-play 47, and that's going to be out of bounds. So it's going to be a line drive right at the second baseman, and stabbing that at second base is Jorge Orta. George Jorge, sorry. I just call him Jorge. And Rusty Staub. He's got a single in this game. A 4 is a ballpark check. 27, that's going to be wheelhouse, no matter how he sliced that. So Rusty Staub has got another wheelhouse check here. Rusty Staub, 1-47's a hit, and we got a 16, and Rusty Staub, see you later. Rusty Staub with a 2-out home run here at Comiskey, and the Tigers have taken a 4-3 lead. If you're a Tiger fan, congratulations. If you're a Lions fan this season, congratulations, right? Lions are chomping it up. They really are. I think the Lions are the best team in the NFC. So good for you Lions fans. All right, so Steve Kemp, the Grand Orange goes deep. Is that what it is? Yeah. All right, the curse of the hat continues. All right, Steve Kemp coming up. He fielder's choice in a double play today. So base is empty, 2 outs, and 8 is in play, and a 34 against the lefty. Oh, he just missed that. He popped it up to shortstop, and the shortstop over there is Alan Bannister, and Bannister will make the play. So they do get one on the home run. That's the second home run of the day for the White Sox. Rusty Staub with a home run. Over here, Orta and Soderholm with home runs. So Staub and Walkenfuss with home runs for the visitors. And so now coming up is Brian Downing as the bottom of the order will be represented here in the bottom of the fifth. We have a 10. We have a defense check. All right? No, we're hitting over here. In play 94. And that's going to be flied out to left field. So Downing hits it into left. Going back is Steve Kemp to make the catch. That was his French name when he played in Montreal. Did he play for like everybody? He played like for the Mets and the Expos and the Tigers, and he played for a lot of teams from what I remember. I'll have to look that up. I liked him. Probably because he played for so many teams. So we have a 6. That's going to be a patient. He's very patient. And a patient 53 against a righty, Ralph Garr, right? Ralph Garr's up at the plate, the top of the order. Yeah, so that's going to be over here. That's going to be a G5. So he hits that down to third base. Rodriguez with the play. So Alan Bannister coming up. And Alan Bannister, it's going to be a wheelhouse 32 against a righty. Oh, just missed it. Right? Wheelhouse, green, 32 against a righty. Just missed it. He popped it up. And the second baseman will come over, who is Tito Fuentes, and Tito will make the catch. And that is that. So, let's go here to the top of the 6th. Again, 1-2-3 inning here for the White Sox. And we're still 4-3 for Detroit. Jason Thompson, the Thompson twins here. He got all the way to third base a couple innings. The last inning, he got all the way to third base, and they couldn't get him home with 2 innings ago. Got all the way to third base. So we have a 7. It's going to be an in-play 9 And that'll be a single against the lefty, right? So in play 9, that's going to be a single because he likes to mingle. So Thompson is on. His stealing's a 2, so he's not going to steal. So we're not even going to try. Okay. And now Mickey Stanley comes up. Now, Mickey Stanley, last time he tried to bunt, he popped it up, so we're not going to have him bunt. You know he's a B bunter. We're going to let him hit. All right, so with 1 away, Mickey Stanley's going to hit this time. And we got a tough, oh boy, should have had him bunt. That's a tough 55 against the lefty. Oh, he almost got a single out of that. But that's going to be an F9. So he flies out to right field, and Thompson goes back to first base. So you have John Walkenfuss. And Walkenfuss, that's an in-play 18. And that will be a single. Now, in play, we flip the fast action cards, right? In play single. Soft blooper in the short right field. Runner on first will get to third base. So Thompson will scoot down to third. Walkenfuss with a little flare. And so he's a righty. So he would, I guess you could hit that anywhere actually. A little soft flare into the outfield. So now we have first and third with only 1 away, and it's Rodriguez coming up. Now, I don't think we're going to send Walkenfuss for a steal. No, he's not a stealer. He's not a Pittsburgh Steeler. So, all right, let's see what we can do. Ten. That's a defense check off of Wilbur Wood. So this is going to be hit down to second base. We got to check for an error over there. So, Jorge Orta's my second baseman. He's a 2 error. So 2 error 82, and he gets the out. So Orta makes the play. Let's check the out. Ground ball plus advance. So that we talked about the ground ball plus advance. So that's just the only play is to first base, right? Yeah, batter out at first. Runners advance 1 base. So, I don't have the infield in though. I was probably going to play double play depth. I got first and third. I was probably playing double play depth. So that's the normal, right? So I wouldn't be playing infield in at this point. So the run will score. Walkenfuss is second. It's a G3, and Thompson comes in. So Rodriguez hits it to first base. Right? We had an error. He didn't make the error, but the only play was the first. I think that's how I read that. So hopefully I did that correctly. Trying to get my card here so we can see everything. A little bit of glare on this side. But, boy, you know something? This camera does a much better job with the glare. I got to say. Pretty happy with it. All right, so Verizon is 0 for 2. So we have 1 run in, man on second, 2 outs. Verizon, an 11. Tough. That's probably a strikeout, right? 54 against a lefty. Well, it's going to be fly ball in the right field. Good as a strikeout. And that'll do it. But they get the 1. Right? They get the 1. The single by Walkenfuss sends Thompson to third, and then the ground ball by Rodriguez. And yes, there we go. So it is now 5-3 Tigers. And I gotta say, I'm really enjoying this. I really, really am. So I'm glad I pulled this out and gave this another shot. I am enjoying it. It's a little bit more in depth than the Strat and the Appa, but I'm having some fun with this. I really am. All righty. So now we have Orta coming up to lead us off. He homered and sacrificed. So he's had a good day at the plate. So we have a 9. So now we're in the bottom of the 6th. So no, both these guys are okay. A 9 is in play 23 righty. And that'll be a single over here, right? In play single. So Orta singles because he likes to mingle. And so now Richie Zisk, he's a bunter B, but we need 2 runs. So I think I'm going to let Richie Zisk hit. He's a cleanup hitter, yeah. After I play a bunch of games, it'll really flow smoothly. Yeah, I can see how it would. I got it playing before pretty well, but I got away from it. And I got to say thank you to Victor for these little 3D printed things that I got. I did a video on it earlier. I screwed up the audio, but you get the gist of it. And they work pretty well like this, too, for having stuff at an angle so you can see it. So for streaming and stuff, because they're supposed to sit like this. That's how they're supposed to sit, but you can't really see them too well from this angle. So, alrighty, so it's going to be Richie Zisk with a man on first. We're going to swing away. We have a 9. That's going to be in play 71. Uh-oh. So that's a G4. So it's hit down to second base. Let's check for the double play, which is a 6 or less is a double play. Let me just check it out, because that's what I do. Equal to or less. So we have a 6. And it's an 8. So it's not 11 or 12, and it's not 6 or less, so it's going to be force out at second. So order is out at second, and a fielder's choice will put Richie Zisk at first base. Okay. And Gerald says, I can't wait to try this. It looks fun. Yeah, it is. It's a little involved. Get the fast action cards. You know, I got a whole stack of them here. I might even order a second deck. I don't know. I think I might order the game so I get a lot of the printed stuff professionally printed. So I think I'm going to order the game itself because I got a PDF. Like my picture cards are like this, and they're just kind of yucky, you know. So I'm gonna get some good cards from Joe, and I'll get a season or 2, and then I'll be all set, and I'll get the charts all printed out, and I think you get another fast action deck when you order the game, I think. So, but yeah, get the fast action cards for sure, because they are great. They really are. Oscar Gamble. And the cards themselves are the best cards in the business. By far, the best cards in the business. And everybody will tell you that, too. Oscar Gamble comes up. So Jorge Order is out. Richie Zisk at first. Oscar Gamble. We're going to take a gamble with Oscar Gamble. That's going to be in play 73. And that's going to be G6. Uh-oh, so it's hit down the short. Scooping it up is Verizon. So we have a double play of 5 and a double play of 9. So, okay, so this is new. So on this one here, the only play is the first, right? On 11 or 12, the only option is the first. I remembered it. So Gamble hits into a fielder's choice. All right, now we'll just call it a G6. And yeah, all right, cool. I remembered that. So Richie Zisk goes down to second, and he's out at first, going to the 11. Okay, I got it. And Alan says, yes, when you buy the printed game, you get the facts and the pitcher hitting cards. Yeah. All right, like I say, I have them printed out here, but I want to get the good pitcher hitting cards. You can buy them separate, but it's, you know, by the time you buy the fast action cards and the hitting cards, you might just buy the game. So I'll support Joe. I'll buy the game. I'll have an unboxing, and then I'll get a season or 2. I think I'm going to replace my 79 season. As much as I like my 79 cards, I think I'm going to replace 79, and then I'll get either 73 or 83 or something. I got to play my Reggie Jackson. He doesn't have 74. I don't know why I've always liked 74. All right, so now we have Richie Zisk at second. 2 outs to Spencer here in this bottom of the 6th. A 7. Ooh, that's a tough 74. And that's going to be fly ball in the center field to end the inning. Right? So, Ron LaFleur makes that catch. And so that's what happened in the inning. A single, a fielder's choice, a ground out, and then a fly out. And again, my writing is terrible. For some reason, this pen is not doing a good job. And my writing is terrible, too. So Ron LaFleur will lead things off. As we go to the top of the 7th, now he should be still good, right? He's given up 5 runs, and I forget now what was the fatigue now. Alan, you posted that earlier. If they've given up 3 or more runs, you got to start. Okay, so he has given up 3 or more runs. So in the next inning, or can he go 8? So he's 8. Can he go 8 and then fatigue in the 9th, or in the 8th does he start fatiguing? How do you play that? Oh, let me go to my directions here. Get my pitcher fatigue, pitcher stamina, number 10. Alrighty, every pitcher receives the stamina rating between 1 and 9. Once a pitcher reaches that innings that matches his start, he's considered tired if he's allowed more than 3. So next inning, he would be tired. So his fatigue starts in the 8th. Now, he's in the 7th, and he's given up 3. So technically, Arroyo is fatigued too, right? We're in the next inning, he would be. In the bottom of the 7th, he would be fatigued with a 7. Right? There's the 7. And then he's the 8th. So, okay. And then I would look at my pitcher fatigue. Which is this, right? That's the fatigue pitcher chart. So for my starter, that's what it would be. All ballpark results are rolled in the wheelhouse. When a pitcher is patient and tough, you roll again. I think, is that what it is? So do not check the ballpark card first. Just go right to wheelhouse on a ballpark check. Okay, when the result is patient and tough, use a percentile dice roll. And the fatigue pitcher charts below to discern which pitching is used. Okay. The result may stay the same or change. Use a normal advancement rules, blah, blah, blah. Use the patient rules when the original pitcher result was patient. Okay. All right. So ballpark goes to wheelhouse. Patient and tough, you roll again. And in play is in play. Okay. So this I might try that. We'll see. All right, so we have Ron the Floor coming up to kick off the 7th inning. He's tripled, grounded out, and struck out. Okay. It's more severe than season ticket. Yeah, season ticket's not too bad. The fatigue's not too bad at all. All right, Ron the Floor. Let's see what he can do. In play, 27. And he's going to hit him again. He's going to get a single here, right, on the 9-38. So LaFleur is on for the second time today with a single. His stealing is 6. I think we tried that before. Let's see. No, he's not going to steal. Okay, now, Tito Fuentes, his bunting is a B. We're up 5-3, so we got a couple of runs here. It would be nice to have another insurance run, and then we'd have Rusty Staub coming up. I'm going to have him bunt. So we get a B bunter coming up here. So a B bunter and a B bunt. He's going to sacrifice it to the catcher. So that's a great sacrifice by Tito Fuentes. So we got one out, and now we have Ron the Floor going down to second. Now, one thing we don't really look at, well, he's a run 7, so he's a fast runner, but I think because of the fast action cards, we've taken a lot of that out of play. You know, if you want to play really advanced, you can get into arm strength and speed and all that, but I think the cards here kind of balance that out, if you will. Okay, so Rusty Staub. Goodbye, Rusty Cars. He's got a home run in his last at-bat and a single, so he's 2 for 3. So Ron the Floor is at second, and it's Rusty Staub against Wilbur Wood. Now, is there any way, Alan, before the 8th, is there any way that he gets fatigued before the 8th? Like if he gets rattled? And Anytime a pitcher allows 6 or more runs. Okay, so he's allowed 5. Okay, he's allowed 5. We're gonna try to go a little bit more here in the 7th, and then we'll take him out. And who do you recommend? We'll have to go out. We'll go over that too. Rusty Staub. Oh, it's a wheelhouse. Oh no. Oh no. Wheelhouse 04. Go on, Rusty. Rusty. Second home run of the day. 2-run dinger. Woo, boy. Rusty Staub with 2 home runs, and he's going to be your Digital to Dice player of the game if this score holds up. And now we got to give Wilbur Wood the hook. Right? Oh, man. So let's take a look at our pitchers here. For Chicago, and you guys can help me pick one here. I don't really know too many of the Chicago pitchers. So now for relief, how can we tell if a guy is the relief pitcher? Okay, so fatigue short, fatigue long. So who'd you say, Bart Johnson or LeGros? So I'm taking it if they have this like 8 long, he would be a starter, right? 7 long starter, 5 long starter. Oh, there's Bart Johnson, so he could go either way, I guess. I'm just trying to figure out how do I know my starters from my relievers. So Bart Johnson, you said, is 1. Dave Frost. Oh, Dave Frost. I remember Dave Frost. Verhoeven. Steve Renko. Oh, I might do a Steve Renko. Was he a starter, though? How do you tell the starters? Game started 8. Game started 31. Game started 0. So Larry Anderson. He only played 6 games. Don Kirkwood. Del Canton. Clay Carroll. I didn't see the LeGros guy you were talking about. Laren LeGros. Oh, there he is, Laren LeGros. Oh, he's a short. He's really short. Well, here's what I'm thinking here. So this guy, Bart Johnson, yeah, I'll use him for the closer. So what I'm thinking here is he only started 4 games, so I'm thinking that short relief is good for 2 innings. Well, we're in the 7th, so I'm going to go with Bart Johnson here because he only started 4 games. He played 29. He only played 4. So I'm thinking that he could be a good reliever here. So Wilbur Wood comes out and Bart Johnson comes in. It's kind of how I'm going to do that. I'm going to go with John Verhoeven. Okay, so he was a swing man. I don't know anything about Verhoeven. I know Barrios might have been a starter. His Verhoeven, he only did 6 games. He only pitched 10 innings. He's a short reliever. Only 6. Oh, okay, I'll go with him. I'm fine. I mean, I'm fine either way. Again, this is just a practice game. So John Verhoeven will come in. Again, I don't know him. He was good for 6 games. All right, so Verhoeven comes in. So Wilbur goes. Now, what did he go now? We're in the 7th with 1 out. So he went 6 1/3. Right? Okay. And so how many did so we gave up 1 hit, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He gave up 8 hits and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 runs. Okay, not a great outing. 6 1/3, 8 hits, 6 runs. Yeah. All right, so that's what we got. We got Verhoeven coming in. Yeah, he's probably one of his relatives. Yeah, that's all right. We're going to give him some screen time today. So after the Staub home run, Kemp comes up, and Kemp is 0 for 3 today, including a double play. All right, let's see what we're going to do. So we got a 7. It's going to be an in-play He's a righty now. In play 70, so it's going to be a ground ball to short, and we have 2 outs. And now we have Jason Thompson here, who singled and scored a run last inning. He led off with a single and scored. We have an 8. That's going to be a tough 8, and he struck him out. All righty. So he comes in. Verhoeven, good call by the world's worst gamer. As we get 2 outs on that one there. And so now, I'll show you the score sheet now as we get 2 more. So that's what it looks like now. So the single, sacrifice, and then the home run. So they get 2 more. So they get, 3, 4, 5, 7 to 3 as we go to the 7th inning. And Dan comes by. Does Payoff Pitch print all the players that played in that season for an as-played replay? Yes. That's one of the big things that people really like about this game is that they have everybody. Not only do they have everybody, what they do also is they give you the players that were traded on each team, and then they have a combined card too. So you'll get I don't use the combined cards, but if you want their combined, they have a combined card too. Now I'm trying to see if there's anybody here that would show you when they were traded here. I don't see anybody for Detroit. Sometimes they would show you the date. Sometimes on the card they show you the dates that they were traded. I don't have anybody here in Detroit. Maybe not every season does that, but it would show you sometimes like when they played for the team too. This is a very in-depth card system. I can't find it on 77. But there would be times that you would see like 1977 Chicago, then it would say like April 5th to May 27th or something like that. Not every season does it. But, yeah, they should have everybody that played on the team. So if I look here, like this guy here, Steve Renko, he played 8 games, and he's carded. Larry Anderson, 6 games, and he's carded. So they 8 games. So they 16, 8. I'm trying to see if there's anybody. This guy played 4 games. Dave Frost played 4 games, and so he's carded. So, yeah. Oh, the 1977 cards don't show when they're traded. Okay. All right, so that would make sense why they don't show when they're traded. But, yeah, so that is that right there. Okay, so let's continue on right here. All right, my drink is almost done. So we're going to go to the bottom of the 7th, and Chet Lemon's going to lead us off. And Larry Anderson was traded all the time. So Fernando Arroyo now is in the 7th, so he's not fatigued yet. He's only given up 3 runs, so he's going strong. So he has a 7. That's going to be a tough 36. And he struck out Chet Lemon, so there's 1 away. And Payoff Pitch started last season with an alternate purchase option with top 19 batters and top 16 batters at a lower cost. Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, no, I want everybody. That's what I like to play. And that's one of the sellers of this game. That's one of the sellers of Hockey Bones is they have everyone. And if you played 1 game, you got a card in Hockey Bones, and that's a big seller for guys that want to do as played or just they like to have everybody. I like to have everybody. It's my thing. That's what I do. In play 16. And Soderholm, I think that's going to be a single, right, against a righty in play 16. So he will single because he likes to mingle. So Soderholm's on. We're not doing any stealing because we need too many runs, and it's going to be Brian Downing, the catcher. Is it Arroyo tied in the 7th? Yes, you'll be correct. So he is fatigued here. Yep. No, he's only given up 3 runs. Oh wait, is it 3? Is 3 the tired? Yeah, he's allowed 3 runs. Yep. Okay, yeah, so I need to go to the pitcher fatigue. So I'll try it. I'll try the pitcher fatigue because that's what we're doing here. We're trying things out. So Arroyo's fatigued. So we have 1 down and a man on first and Brian Downing. So let's see what we get. So at 10 is in play. So in play doesn't change anything. In play is in play, as far as I can tell. And a 60 is a fly ball into right field. So Downing flies out, and it's going to go to the top of the order, Ralph Garr. So, yeah, we'll try the pitcher fatigue. We'll see how it goes. You know, if he gets into trouble, then we'll deal. We will deal. So we have another 10. So that's in play, too. So that doesn't change anything. So far, the fatigue really hasn't bothered him. And a 95 is coming all the way. That's another fly ball. So Garr flies out. And that is that. So, right, so we're going to go to the 8th now. So that's a 1, 2, 3, 4 inning. A K, a single, and 2 fly balls into right field. And that's where we stand as we go to the 8th. And so we have Verhoeven up on the mound against Mickey Stanley. Come on, let's go, Mickey Stanley. Mickey Stanley. That's going to be a tough 27. Strike him out. All right, doesn't matter what tough you get. So he's a righty, so that'll be a strikeout, 1-63. All right, this game seems to be flowing. I do like my little 3D printed things. I will have to tell Victor. I thank him so much for those. And I did find a new way to use them by putting them in at an angle. Pretty wild. So we have a 2. That's going to be a 4, rather. That's going to be an in play over here, right? 4 is in play. And a 45. Oh, Walkenfuss is going to line this to the second baseman. And that second baseman is Jorge Orta. So we have Rodriguez coming up now. Rodriguez. As Joshua chimes in from Vancouver. Get some classic baseball here. 1977 practice game. It's just a practice game as I get my payoff pitch on the table. I wanted to go back to it because I put a whole bunch of payoff pitch in my shopping cart, but I'm like, let me make sure I still like this game. And I do. All right, so that's another in play. So the fatigue didn't come into play. A 61 in play, and that's going to be a fly ball in the right field. So tired or not, Fernando Arroyo. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, wait. No, that's over here. That's wrong. That's a defense. Back it up. I'm reading off the wrong card. I knew I would do that. So Rodriguez, hang on. So we got a, that's going to be defense, actually, for Hovind. I've been reading over here. I've been screwing that up. That's all right. It's a practice game. That's what we're doing here. It's a practice game. So I was reading off of Arroyo. So I should have been reading over here. Practice game, don't matter. So let's see what we get. We're going to get a defensive check on the 10. Third base. So we're going to look at Soderholm. His third base error is a 4. Yeah. I know, Alan. I screwed it up. I knew I would. I'm getting tired now. 4. Error. And a 61 is an out. So it's going to be an out to the third baseman. So we'll just go fly ball over there. So that is that. Yep, I'll get better at that. So there we go. So we go to the bottom of the 8th now. 1, 2, 3 inning. You can see my crappy writing. And so it's going to be, we're going to keep Arroyo on the mound because we want to practice. We want to practice with our fatigue system here is what we're going to do. So it is, what did we say? It was 7-3. 7-3. And Alan Bannister coming up. All right, Alan Bannister against Fernando Arroyo, who is fatigued. So you have an 8. That's in play. 6. And against a righty, it's going to be a single. All right, so Bannister is on with a single. Okay. I will go to the pen at some point, but I want to practice this fatigue pitcher here. All righty. So now we have Jorge Orta, and 11 is defense. Now, defense doesn't change either, right? Defense is defense. So this is going to be hit to second base. We need to check the range of the second baseman, Tito Fuentes. And I should have filled out the score sheet, but I didn't. We got a lot of checks there. So the range is a B. So Tito Fuentes' range is a B. So on the range, B, 91 is an out. Let's see what that range is for Fuentes at second base. And the out is a line out. So it's going to be an L4. And now Richie Zisk comes up with one away and a man on first base. Okay, it's taking me a while to play, but we're learning. We're learning. A 7. So that's a tough. Now a tough changes. Use the percentile roll. So a 62. So if a tough 62 is patient now, right? When the pitching result is patient or tough, use the percentile die in the fatigue charts below. So a 62 is patient. So that changes to patient. Right? So tough goes to patient. And the 91 patient is a G6. So the double play is 6 or less, right? So I'm going to double check that before I flip it over. The double play, equal to a less than. So if it's a 6 or less, it's a double play. And yes, it's a double play. So Zisk hits into a double play to end the inning. So, so we got the leadoff single, a line drive, and a double play, and that is that. So we're going to go to the top of the 9th. And so this guy come in, Verhoeven, right? Verhoeven come in after 6 1/3. So he hasn't quite gone 2 innings yet. Well, we'll leave him on the mound. We'll just leave him on the mound. Now, Verizon comes up, the shortstop. I'm probably not going to take out my starting shortstop for any pinch hitting. I don't think they need to do that yet. So, Verizon will lead it off. He's not had a good day. A 4 is in play 3. And he's going to double, right? 4 is in play. And in play 4 with a 3 is a double. Wow, so Verizon will double for his trouble. And they have another runner on base, and it's Ron LaFleur, who is 2 for 4 today. Ron LaFleur is 2 for 4. Remember that. That's a 3. That's in play 11. Holy smoke. In play 11. And that's going to be a single because he likes to mingle. Now, how I handle the singles on the in play, if I had it memorized. So tough is the single. The wheelhouse is extra. In play and patient, that's when I bump it up to the fast action card and leave it at that. All right, so Ron LaFleur comes through again with a single. Verizon, they're going to wave him home. Grounder up the middle. Runner on second has to stop at third. So Verizon's going to stop at third. So we got first and third right now. And Marlon says he loves Payoff Pitch and Striper. I don't have my Striper shirt. I got my Godzilla shirt on today. But yes, so this has been good. I gotta say, I think I'm back on the Payoff Pitch bandwagon. Doesn't mean I'm gonna give up on my Strat product anytime soon, but this is gonna be back on the table. It definitely is. Tito Fuente. So we have first and third. Is LaFleur gonna try to steal? Nah. Now, are we going to play in at 7-3? Nobody out. Okay, I'm going to practice playing in. All right, I'm going to practice my playing in chart now. All righty, so Alan, if you're here, maybe you can work with me on this. We're gonna just for practicing, so I know we're gonna play it in. All righty, so if we play the infield in, we play infield in. I have the chart here. Okay. If a runner on third base and infield's corners are playing in, go to the infield in chart on a ground ball. If a runner on third base and infield's corners in, go to the infield in chart on a ground ball. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go infield because I want to try it. I want to try it. So it looks like here it's really only for a ground out, right? And then I got to go to the infield in chart, which is on the other page here. So I think that's the infield in chart, right? Infield, the corner's in. All right, so let's do it. So we're going to have the infield come in so I can practice. And it looks like it's just on a ground ball, right? On a ground out, first base empty, runner on second, third, runner on first base, all situations. Go to the infield in. Okay, we're going to go to the infield in chart. All right, so that's what we're going to do. So we have first and third, nobody out. Tito Fuentes up. Tito Fuentes. As Brian comes by, thanks for coming by, Brian. I'm practicing my payoff pitch here today. So we have an 8 off of Verhoeven, which is tough, and a 44, which looks like he's going to fight it off and get a single, right? First, 44 off of tough, right, is a single. And what I do for my toughs is just the one base, that you can't get any more than that. So, Verizon scores, LaFleur to second, Fuentes singles in a run, and it's 8-3. Right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-3. Yep. So Verhoeven not getting the job done. It's Rusty Staub. And what has Rusty Staub done today? 2 home runs and a single for Rusty Staub. So we got first and second. Absolutely nobody out. Verhoeven in a jam. Let's go. We'll give him one more batter. We'll let him face Rusty. So we have a 9. That's an in-play 10. And that's going to be a single. So Rusty Staub's going to hit this one here. So let's check the single because, again, in play is off the card here. So a single, opposite field liner, runner on first, two bases, runner on second, scores. So it's going to be a single, 2 bases, run on the floor, scores. Fuentes to third. Staub will stop at first, and it's 2 more. It's another run in here. 2, 4, 6. It's 9. And so Verhoeven is being given the hook here. So Verhoeven comes in, and what does he do here now? So he goes, there's nobody out in the 9th. So he only went an inning and 2/3, right? Because there's nobody out. So we're gonna bring in Dave Frost. Just why not? So Frost will come in just because he's the first guy I have here. And Dave Frost will see if he can get out of this top of the 9th inning. So we have first and third with nobody out. First and third with nobody out, you know. So Verhoeven is in the showers. And Brian said, after last night's stream, I had to break out and take out History Maker hoops for a spin. Yeah, I'm going to pick that up Black Friday. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get some basketball. All righty. And so now Dave Frost on the mound. And we have an 8. That's going to be a tough 72. And that's going to be a G6. So let's see what happens. It's hit down the shortstop. Our double play is 6 or less. And at this point, we're not playing in anymore. We need to get some outs. And it'll only be a double play. So Fuentes will score. Kemp hits into a double play. A run comes in, but we get 2 outs. And I think that's what we needed to do at this point because we're down by so many that we needed to get the out. So Jason Thompson, he's been on base a couple times today. So we have 2 outs and nobody on base, but 3 runs have come in. 3 runs have come in. We have a 9. That's going to be an in-play 7. And, oh, my gosh, that's going to be a triple. Jason Thompson flares this one down the line, and that's our second triple of the day. So LaFleur with a triple. Thompson with a triple. Oh, boy. So Frosty is not so frosty right now. And now it's going to be Mickey Stanley, who's really done nothing today. So here we go. Should we steal home? Can you steal home? Oh, he's a steal F. So anyway. All righty, here it is. Man on third, 2 outs. Mickey Stanley. We got a 7. That's going to be a tough 60. And, 1-63. He struck him out. Struck him out, and he gets out of the inning. But they get 3 more runs. All right? 3 more runs. Because we had the double, the single, and we had the double play. So they get 3 more runs. So that's going to be what? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. Holy cow. 10-3. Oh, man, as we go to the bottom of the 9th. And Fernando Arroyo still on the mound here. We're going to keep him on the mound. We're going to let him get his due. See what he can do here. So, leading off, Oscar Gamble, the DH, 0 for 3. He's due. Oscar Gamble is due. So we have an in play, right, which doesn't change, and a 51. And he's going to get a ground ball down to first base. And Thompson will take it himself 1 away in the bottom of the 9th. Arroyo pitching fatigued right now, so I need to get my fatigues on. Here we go. Jim Spencer. He's got a single today. A 6. So that's a patient. So patient, when the pitcher is out as patient or tough, use the percentile dice. So a 34, right? So if I'm looking at this right, a 34, that's going to stay patient. Right? That's going to stay patient. So let's take a look at Spencer's patient. And a 69 giggity is on a righty. That's going to be a ground ball down the short. So Chet Lemon comes up, and Arroyo is 1 out away. 1 out away from the complete game. And I'm not going to pinch hit for Lemon because I like Lemon. Here we go. A 5. That's in play. 45. Hits it to first base. Thompson scoops it up. He goes to the bag, and that is the end of the game. So, let's take a look at what we have here. Let's take a look here. And that'll end it here. So, as far as runs, they only got 3. So they got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. 10-3. Detroit with a win. Hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 hits. Ooh. And they didn't have any errors. No errors over here. The White Sox, they got 1, 2. I'll come down over here so you can see it. Actually, you won't be able to see it. I'll count it like this. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hits. And they did have an error or 2. They had 1, 2 errors. So Arroyo goes 9 hits, 3 runs. And Frost comes in and he goes what? 1 inning. Did he get 1 inning? And I don't think he gave up any runs. Right? Oh, no, he did, actually. At some point, he did. So, yeah, I forget now. It don't matter. But that is that. So that's what I got. That's what I forget when we took Verhaven out and brought in Frost. I don't know if it was in the 9th at some point because I got Verhaven going 1 2/3. So maybe that was the 9th that Frost come in. Did Frost really come in and give up all those hits? Sorry, I forget now. It's just a practice game. But that is that. That is that. And Randy says, yeah, Payoff Pitch just released the Negro Leagues. I never followed that. I didn't know much about those leagues there. Like I said, my baseball window was really, really, really slim. So anyway, so that is that. So here's the new setup here, going pretty well. So I got again, these are these cards here I just got, and they're supposed to go like that, and they do hold pretty well. So if you're looking to have these set up here, but when you lay them down like that, you can go like this too, and they work pretty well. So none of the runs were Frost. The runners belong to Verhaven. Okay, so I guess technically that's what it would be. But so that is that. Fun times here. I got the new video camera set up. I got some payoff pitch on the table. That was pretty smooth. Probably made a couple mistakes, but all in all, I enjoyed it very much. So I need to get on the website and get the game in a couple. I'll do the full game, so I get everything printed out really nice, and then we'll get a season or two or something like that. We'll have some unboxing. We'll have some good times. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. I got to go to work and go to a nice cold rink tonight, but that's how I pay for this stuff, right? So I'm Dave. Thanks for tuning in. Again, I did an unboxing for all my my things here earlier. I do apologize. I messed up on the sound in the first couple of minutes, but after that, it went pretty well. And I got them for Strat, but I'm going to probably use them for a whole bunch of other things too. So, and yeah, thanks for all the help. The guys that chimed in with the help, Alan and everybody else, just shouting out pictures and what to do. Because again, I play baseball. I just have a good time with it, and so when you guys come in and help me out, it makes it even funner because I can learn the game and do that. So, all righty, I'm going to put this all away. And I might offline try to slip in that Yankees, was it Yankees-Brewers game 2? So I can continue that project. But I know I'll be getting some payoff pitch back here on the table. I know it. So, anyway, I'm Dave from Studio B. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great day. Bye-bye.